Canada 965, Toronto.
Go ahead for Air Canada 965.
Continue inbound at the moment. The emergency, he's currently off your 2 o'clock there. He's orbiting, he is coming in, and I just will not be putting anybody next to him. He's got a lot of problems.
We have the traffic, Air Canada 965.
Order 539, Toronto. Order 539, your radio is failing here, sir. You're starting to become unreadable. You're cleared to land, runway 23. Cleared to land, runway 23, Order 539.
Dozens of passengers finally touched down in Sudbury Monday morning. Their Porter Flight 539 was supposed to land here Sunday night.
There were a couple of heart-stopping moments for passengers on board 2 Porter flights, forcing emergency landings.
Yesterday, 3 flights had to be diverted because of mechanical problems, including a flight to Sudbury.
Porter Flight 539 was en route from Toronto to Sudbury when pilots reported smoke in the cockpit.
We had smoke in the cockpit and in the fuselage.
Within 10 minutes, the full cabin filled with smoke. It became very hot.
I smelled the smoke first, and you could see the smoke swirling around the light.
What's the airline saying?
Well, the airline saying it was an abundance of caution and just standard operating procedure. Frankly, where there's smoke, there isn't always fire with these things, but it's not like a car where you can pull over and check under the hood.
The air flight crew told us that we should put our head between our knees and breathe shallowly.
539, I have you now.
Okay, we've, I don't know if you declared a mayday or not, but we have a serious situation here. Number 2 engine has failed. We got 71 plus 1 passengers on board.
The alarm bells were ringing. People, unfortunately, were getting ill, sick to their stomachs.
It had an electrical smell, and of course that's what made me sick, and boy was I sick.
In an email statement, Porter says 2 flight attendants and 2 passengers were given medical attention. Karen Heisey says she was one of the people taken to hospital.
EMS tell us so here in Toronto that they did treat 4 people for possible anxiety issues.
It had an electrical smell, and of course that's what made me sick, and boy was I sick.
Aircraft maintenance technicians tell us that quite often with a Q400 the problem can be simply something in the ventilation system. Some fumes or maybe some oil from the ventilation system can malfunction and create that smell.
We had smoke in the cockpit and in the fuselage.
Earlier Sunday, another Porter flight had to be diverted after smoke was seen in the flight deck and cabin.
In both cases, though, the aircraft landed without any problems.
This morning, another Porter flight from Windsor to Toronto was canceled without warning.
And on top of that, there was even a 3rd aircraft here that was forced to land in Air Canada 767 from Calgary to Heathrow. Again, an electrical smell in the cockpit.
We had smoke in the cockpit and in the fuselage.
All right, so is it business as usual now, Cam, this morning?
Yeah, it sure is.
I think everyone on board did a great job, but the customer relations afterward was a fiasco, and that's unacceptable.
There was no representation in Pearson at that time. We just assisted people with water when they needed it, and helped with bags, helped with food, helped people if they had any kind of injuries.
We're just outside where a reporter takes off and lands at Billy Bishop Airport in Toronto, and they've been operating quite smoothly.
In Porter's statement, it says after the plane landed safely, hotel accommodations for 74 passengers as well as next day flights were arranged. But some of the passengers say they felt abandoned by the airline. A request for an interview with airline officials has been declined.
It just seems that, you know, from time to time you hear these, but it's a bit of an anomaly that we get 3 of these occasions with 2 airlines here in the Toronto area in a 24-hour period.
This morning, another Porter flight from Windsor to Toronto was canceled without warning.
All right, Cam Woolley for us this morning. Cam, thanks for that.